Right now on Morning News Now, shrouded in darkness, millions of people across 3 countries in North America are preparing to witness the first total solar eclipse in 7 years as the moon moves between the sun and the earth, temporarily blocking out the light. Mexico's Pacific coast will be the first to see the eclipse before it moves north through parts of the United States and Canada. While most cities on the eclipse's path will be blanketed in shadow for 2 minutes, some places like northwestern Mexico and parts of Texas could see up to 4.5 minutes of darkness. Thousands of people are flocking to places like Texas to catch a glimpse of the phenomenon. But forecasters say cloudy skies there and elsewhere could obscure the view for many sky watchers. Now, despite the potentially gloomy outlook, health officials are urging people to take precautions when viewing the eclipse. That means avoiding looking directly at the sun and wearing those protective glasses if you do so. Here in New York, Governor Kathy Hochul said she was excited to witness the event.
And it's just 24 hours away. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to witness the majesty of God's creation as the eyes from the earth look to the heavens. It'll be breathtaking to see the sun covered in its totality, leaving us mere mortals in darkness for over 3 minutes.
Breathtaking indeed. Good morning. I'm Savannah Sellers. I'm so happy to be spending this day with you. Joe Fryer is out this morning. NBC News correspondent Morgan Chesky joins us from his hometown, actually, which is very cool, of Kerrville, Texas, for more on this historic event. Morgan, good morning. So over 30 million people live fully in this path of totality as it stretches across the U.S. But Kerrville, where you're from, where you are, is expected to see the eclipse first. How are they preparing there? What's the buzz like in your hometown? How's it feel to be there?
Yeah, Savannah, good morning. Lots of buzz here in Kerrville, nestled in the heart of the Texas Hill Country. We have 4 minutes and 24 seconds of totality expected here come later this afternoon, but preparations have been in place for months now. The city preparing to potentially quadruple, even quintuple in size, with people converging on the town to witness that rare phenomena when you have that moon perfectly blocking the sun. And we are going to be in that path of totality, rain or shine. Of course, there is a lot of discussion about the weather here. We have cloud cover right now, a little sprinkling, but Savannah, I can tell you, anyone who knows Texas weather at all knows that you don't make any strong predictions until really a few minutes before the actual event is taking place. So we have plenty of time for the sun to burn through some of that cloud cover and hopefully give thousands of people here at Louise Hayes Park a picture perfect or close to it view of that 4 minutes and 24 seconds of totality. Keep in mind, Savannah, that the moon will make first contact with the sun and start to slide over it at about 12:55 local time. So the countdown most definitely on here. Savannah?
Texas is just one of the states that's going to face this risk of severe weather, that cloudiness that could potentially impact what people are able to see. Is that what you're thinking is going to happen where you are at all, or no?
Yeah, very good question. So there is a chance for cloud cover here, although important to note, if those clouds are higher and not low-hanging clouds, you can still get a great view of the eclipse. And in some cases, it'll, make those flares coming off the sun look even more dazzling to the eye, as long as you have, of course, those eclipse glasses. We do know that there are some isolated thunderstorms not expected to roll in until after that moment of totality. And that's good news for the tens of thousands of people expected here at the park. There are food trucks here. They have a stage set up for a band, and I'm just a stone's throw from where NASA is setting up. Kerrville, one of a handful of cities that scientists chose strictly because of its time in totality, Savannah. That 4 minutes and 24 seconds really going to be about the longest we'll see in the continental United States. To the south in Mexico, there are areas that'll see 4 minutes and 28 seconds, and that it's going to be the longest for this great North American eclipse that everyone has been counting down to for such a long time. Fingers crossed for the weather here, though, Savannah. We still have a few hours, though, for things to, clear up.
There we go. Let's hope so. Exactly. Fingers are certainly crossed for you and anybody else in that path. So tell us, Morgan, if you are lucky enough to be in the path of totality, tell people what they can expect, because I think it's a little bit more of a moment than I think people might recognize, at least from people I've been talking to, people who call themselves eclipse chasers, who go all over the world trying to catch that moment of totality. What's it like when that happens?
Yeah, Savannah, this will be my second eclipse. My first was actually on board a plane that intersected an eclipse over the ocean, and I would love to say that it was an emotional moment, but back then I was so concerned about getting that perfect shot of the eclipse in the camera that I really didn't take time to soak up and absorb this incredible celestial phenomenon. That's what I'm looking forward to today. We know that as the moon completely blocks the sun's light, we are able to actually remove our eclipse glasses or drop our eclipse visors and witness that time in totality, during which you can see some prominences come off of the sun in the corona, that outer atmosphere of the sun, or flares extend out past the edge of the moon. Really just incredible to witness. But to your point, people who witness this have said it's surreal, it's spiritual. Those others just say this is just plain cool to be in that exact place at that exact time to witness this moment. My favorite stat is this, Savannah. 50% of people, when they witness their first total solar eclipse, they are brought to tears. This is my second one, but somehow I still feel that I will be in an emotional camp here. Time will tell.
There you go. Crying on television like a real man. Morgan Chesky, thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Have fun in your hometown. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Well, the weather is important every day, but as we were just discussing, for millions of people, you got a little bit more riding on it today. Let's check in on your forecast. Michelle Grossman is in studio with us. Michelle, tell us, how's it going to be today for people?
Good morning, Savannah. I know, such a big day, and cloud forecasts are so difficult, especially when you're getting down to 4-minute time span. So let's take a look at that, path of totality, because we'll go up and down the cities and kind of pinpoint what we think will happen. Let's go around the clock here, though. The northern plains, clouds, rain, and snow, that should start to wind down later on this afternoon. The plains to the Midwest, just a few clouds, looking better there. Then we're looking at the Gulf to the Great Lakes. Not great, because we have a cold front that's going to bring some showers, some storms, plenty of cloud cover all the way along that span. East Coast, we're looking at mostly sunny skies, looking really nice. A little caveat, as Morgan sort of alluded to where he is, we're going to see some high clouds streaming in as we go throughout the day. So that's going to dim some of the eclipse, but still no worries there. So let's go through some of the cities. Morgan, he covered it for us. Jay Gray's in Junction, Texas. We're going to see the chance for some showers. 70% cloud cover. That's at 1:32 Central Time. Al, our friend, along with Priscilla in Dallas, Texas, we're looking at 60% cloud cover. And then as we go a little bit further to the north, some spots looking a little bit better than others. That would be in Indianapolis. A little touch and go with the forecast there. We're looking Lester and Tom Costello there at 3:06. Looking at 50% cloud cover. That should be okay. Same story in Bloomington, Indiana. Looking really good where Chase Canyon's going to be in Little Rock, Arkansas at 30%. And then we have some dicey forecasts in portions of New York, Brockport, where Ryan Nobles is going to be. 80% cloud cover, 40% in Cleveland with Jesse Kirsch, and also Chris Jansen. Cleveland had an epic weekend with the women's basketball tournament as well. Then we're looking at Kate Snow. Kate Snow got the best spot to be, because she's looking at 0% cloud cover, will be perfect in northern New England. Temperatures are going to be nice in the 60s, so a really nice viewing area there. That's going to be right around 3:32. So let's take a look at what happens during an eclipse, because it really is so interesting. And it really, like Morgan said, some feel it's spiritual, kind of shows you how vast the universe is. But temperatures may drop during the eclipse as it gets dark. Could drop 10 degrees in some spots. Also, dropping temperatures could decrease cloud cover. So that would be good news, at least for some of that 4-minute time period. Relative humidity increases, and reduced solar radiation can cause winds to come. So there's, stories that the animals can feel it, that we can feel that difference. So it will be really fun as we go throughout the afternoon hours. But we do need to talk about the severe risk also, because I want you to give a heads up here. You need your tornado plan in place. That's in portions of the southern plains this afternoon and overnight. It looks like it will happen after the eclipse, but still could see some showers during this. 16 million people at risk. We are talking about large hail, up to softball size hail. That is damaging on its own. Winds gusting up to 60 miles per hour. A few tornadoes are possible, especially in that orange area. That's an enhanced risk. Also yellow, so Abilene, Dallas, Shreveport, San Angelo, San Antonio, you could see lots of activity there. Also looking at the chance, Savannah, for flooding rains. This is a 2-day event, so training rains will bring the chance for some flooding in that area as well.
All right, got to keep those things in mind, even though there's an eclipse going on today.
Yeah, we got to remember that.
Yeah, Michelle, thank you so much.
Sure.
Well, Eileen Collins joins us now with more on the eclipse and what you need to know. She is a former NASA astronaut, space shuttle commander, and author of Through the Glass Ceiling to the Stars. So just a couple of qualifications there to talk with us this morning. Eileen, thank you very much for joining us. So just tell us, why do you think, and in your experience, explain to us why this eclipse is so special?
Well, solar eclipses are very rare. I was fortunate enough to view one myself back in 1991. I was in Hawaii, and it actually got quite cool out. The sky, the area around me seemed to turn kind of gray. And we didn't even have a total. I think it was something like, it might have been 99% or something like that. But these are very rare. In fact, I live here in South Texas, and I'm going to, after this talk that we're having here, I'm going to get in my car with some friends, and we're heading out west to Uvalde, Texas, which is at the very southernmost area of today's eclipse. And we're going to view it from there. I'm hearing good news that the clouds are going to break.
Oh, that is great news. And we're hoping for that for anybody with that concern today. So there are also these great learning opportunities, right, during an eclipse for scientists. What can actually be studied during an eclipse?
Well, I think primarily scientists want to study the sun's corona. So the corona is the outer part of, where the sun's rays are extending out into the solar system. And this is a rare opportunity. So the scientists will not only be studying from the ground, but NASA is going to launch some sounding rockets out of Wallops, which is an area, a NASA center in Virginia. I think they're going to launch, several of these. And the key thing for them is to get above the atmosphere, because they can get a much clearer view without the, obviously getting above the clouds, but also getting above any humidity or atmosphere. So it's so important for us to understand the sun. I mean, obviously every day the sun rises and it gives us heat, it gives us light, our crops grow, and we have to have the sun, obviously, in our everyday life, but the sun changes. It's in a cycle. And there's short cycles and there's long cycles. And this gives the NASA scientists an opportunity to study that. Oh, one other thing, even during the partial eclipse, they can see sunspots a little bit better than they could see without the eclipse. So this is a great opportunity. And I know scientists around the country are going to be traveling to the eclipse to do these studies.
So cool. Eileen, there's also a crew of astronauts on the International Space Station right now. Tell us their experience. What does this look like for astronauts in space versus how we see the eclipse here on Earth? Tell us how they're preparing.
Oh, so to me, this is very exciting. I wish I was up there. So the space station has something called a cupola, and it's like a small room on the space station that has windows all the way around, and they can look straight down at the Earth. They get a nadir view. Now, they will see a shadow, like a small black circle that is moving along that eclipse path that you showed earlier. The eclipse moves at about on the ground about 1,000 miles an hour. I mean, it varies depending on the where it is, but let's say it's at an average of 1,000 miles an hour. So it's moving very, very fast. But the space station is also moving fast. That it's something like 18,000 miles an hour. So the timing has to be just right. So the way I understand it, the last I heard, the astronauts will see part of the eclipse from space, and they will photograph it and film it. So I'm hoping to see what they see afterwards. And the shadow is very, very small. So they're going to have to zoom in on it, and I'm anxious to see what will come from it. You can also see that from an airplane. If you go up in an airplane, you can look down and see the sun's shadow, which is something I've never seen, but I think that's going to be very exciting.
Oh, yeah. I know there are a couple flights today specifically that are almost sort of eclipse chasing, which is what a neat perspective to see this from. Eileen Collins, thank you so much. Enjoy today. Have a safe drive out to Uvalde.
Thanks.
Well, for more on how to stay safe during the eclipse, we are now joined by Dr. Sarah Klebanoff, an optometrist at Studio Optics here in New York. In fact, right in our building here at 30 Rock. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. So millions of people, right, are going to be looking up at the skies this afternoon, trying to see this eclipse. And remind us exactly what it is that we need to do to keep our eyes safe, why it's important to not look directly at this eclipse, no matter how exciting, unless you have those specific glasses.
Good morning. It is so exciting. But the real damage can happen to the retina, and that's irreversible because the light of the sun can absolutely just burn through that retina, and the retina doesn't really regenerate. And so we want to protect that retina at all costs.
And if you are in the path of totality, you can actually take these glasses off once there is that moment of totality. Is that right?
That is correct. Only in that moment of totality. But if we're not in the path of totality, it's really kind of scary because on a very, very bright day, we understand that it hurts to look at the sun. But on a day when there's this eclipse and a lot of the sun is blocked, we think, oh, it's okay to take off our glasses. But in fact, it's really not, because even a few seconds of that sunlight can burn the retina, and that's very, very dangerous.
So let's talk about these glasses. Our viewers are watching. It's kind of this mesmerizing video, actually, of all these glasses being made. Kind of an incredible process to see so much of.
Yes.
Tell us exactly what the right ones look like, because there are, unfortunately, knockoffs and things like that out there that actually you might think, hey, great, I got these things on. They're actually not offering the proper protection at all. How can you make sure that you've got the right ones?
Right. So first of all, they're really, really dark. When you put them on, you actually can almost see nothing, which is kind of crazy. But the second thing that you're going to look for is something that says ISO on it. And, that's the international board that governs this. But the other thing is, somebody can just write that on a pair of glasses. So just get them from a reputable source. That's really the most important thing.
And for those unable to get a pair of glasses, there's something called a pinhole projector, a way to kind of try and do this on your own. How can we make one and then also use one safely?
Yeah, that's a great question. First of all, I just want to say I love your shirt. I'm sure it was on purpose. But
it was on purpose. Thanks for noticing. Even though stars really are not in the equation here, it's just celestial.
It's awesome. Starry night, it's all good. And so that's a really good question. That's called indirect viewing. And what that is essentially you take you can look on YouTube. There's about 1 million videos. You can take a piece of cardboard and then they tell you to put a piece of tinfoil and then punch a hole. And what you're doing is with the eclipse to your back, you're going to let the eclipse go through that teeny tiny hole, which is basically a pinhole, and it focuses the image of the eclipse, and you're going to see it like on the floor or on a piece of something else. So you're not looking directly at the eclipse, you're looking at a pinhole view of this. And so you're just seeing it that way so that there's no damage to your retina. It's probably not as fun as seeing it with the glasses, but it's definitely a way to do it if you don't have the glasses.
And an important reminder, that does not mean that you look through the pinhole at the sun. It's that
Correct.
To create
not
that shadow where you're kind of going to see, whatever that sort of crescent shape looks like.
Right.
Dr. Sarah Klebanoff, thank you so much. Great to have you on. Enjoy today.
Thanks for having me, and thanks so much, and enjoy the eclipse.
Thank you. You too.
Have a great day.
And now our own meteorologist, Angie Lassman, is going to break down the science of a total solar eclipse and tell us how we can expect it to play out across the U.S.
A solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes directly between the Earth and the sun, and the moon blocks the sun for a viewer on Earth. During a total eclipse, the moon lines up perfectly to fully obscure the sun, resulting in totality. The result is a shadow that will cross North America from Mexico to Canada. This is why the 2024 eclipse event will be known as the Great North American Eclipse. It starts as the moon slowly obscures more and more of the sun. As it progresses, the surroundings take on an unusual hue, and shadows become crisp and detailed. As the sun dwindles to a slender crescent, as seen through eclipse glasses, daylight dims and shimmering shadow bands and crescent-shaped shadows might dance across the landscape. Then comes totality, when the soft wisps of the solar corona surround a huge hole where the sun used to be. The solar corona is the outer part of the sun's atmosphere. This corona, normally hidden by the sun's brilliance, becomes visible during a total solar eclipse when the moon completely blocks the sun's surface. You find yourself in an eerie twilight, surrounded by a spellbinding sunset glow. Finally, totality ends, and the sequence unfolds in reverse. Now let's take you through the timeline of how the solar eclipse will sweep across North America. The path of totality will sweep over parts of 15 U.S. states, starting in Texas and ending in Maine. The whole event will take about 2.5 hours for the shadow to make its way from the Pacific Ocean across North America and over the North Atlantic Ocean. To witness the event, you'll need to be within the 108 to 122 mile wide path of totality. But don't worry, if you're not, you'll still see quite the show, with a partial eclipse visible from nearly everywhere in the United States. But some places will see it better than others. For cities in the path like Dallas, Indianapolis, Cleveland, and Buffalo, totality will last approximately 4 minutes. During those minutes of totality, you might notice a slight temperature drop and a change in the behavior of any nearby wildlife. The mesmerizing moments of a total solar eclipse along a narrow path for just a few minutes make it one of nature's rarest firsthand experiences.
All right, Angie, that was so cool. And what a feat of that green screen. It looked like you were really up there. Thank you for that. Well, we will, of course, have special live coverage of the total solar eclipse from the entire NBC News team. We will be across the country. I will be here in New York City, hopefully on top of a building. Our extended live coverage gets underway today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific, right here on NBC News Now. We'll also be on NBC. We'll also have live updates throughout the day on NBCnews.com. Don't go anywhere. We have got you covered for this.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.